Hey guys, and thank you so much for clicking on this video and spending time with me. Today we're talking about Chanel and we're talking about the Complexion Touch. This is a new product from Chanel and I already did a first impression review. A lot of you had a lot of questions about this product and a lot of you asked me to compare this one to other Chanel foundations. So today I'm comparing this product to the other foundations from the Beige line, and I'm also going to compare this product to the Numéro 1 de Chanel foundation because as the days go by, a lot of you keep asking me to compare this product to the Numéro 1 de Chanel foundation. This is one of my favorite Chanel foundations. These two are very different, so I'm going to be talking all about the new Complexion Touch in this video. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're new here and you love luxury, beauty and Chanel, be sure to subscribe. I would love to have you here as part of this amazing beauty community that we have here. If you're returning, welcome back, dear friends. You're truly appreciated. I have a question for all of you. Which one is the better one? I know that most of you have already tried these two products. By the way, I have great news about the Eau de Teint. I know that a lot of you were thinking that this product is going to be discontinued. Well, it's not discontinued, it's official. All of the shades are already restocked in most European countries. It's only going to take a little bit more time for this product to be restocked in the US as well. So rest assured, this is not going to be discontinued. These are going to be permanent products. Now I'm taking my hair back, we're getting serious here. I have my short shot of espresso, grab a drink and let's get started with this video. So I'm going to switch the camera in a minute so that you can have a look at all of the products that I'm going to be showing you because I want you to be able to see the products and the consistency of the products, not my face. Anyways, so first of all, I want to start with these two products. So the new Complexion Touch was actually initially created from Chanel to be used as a concealer. You are going to see as well that the brush that the Complexion Touch has, it's almost like a brush. Sorry guys, it's dirty. I've used it already and I haven't washed it. But you're going to see that the shape of the brush is actually very suitable for concealing and for touch-ups, whereas the brush of the Water Fresh tint, let me leave this one, the brush of the Water Fresh tint is very comfortable to apply the product all over the face. So the initial idea of these two products is to use this one all over the face and to use this one for concealing, mainly for concealing. That's why the brush is so small and fits perfectly under the eyes, in the inner corners of the eyes and on these really hard places. Like, it's very easy to pinpoint conceal with this product. These are both water-based products. The Water Fresh tint contains 75% water. I'm going to show you consistencies of the products in a minute as I switch the camera. So this one contains 75% water, this one contains 60% water. Both contain those micro droplet technology, have this micro droplet technology. This one has a little bit more coverage. And Chanel actually created this to be used as a multi-purpose product. So you can use it either as a concealer or you can apply it all over the face. So this one is 20 ml, a little bit less than the Water Fresh tint because it is more pigmented, so you're going to use less. Now, one of the most significant differences that I find between these two products is that this one, yes, has more coverage. However, it's not as buildable as the Water Fresh tint. With this one, I find that it looks best if I just apply one layer. With the Water Fresh tint, I can apply 2 layers, and I've used this. This is my favorite product for special occasions as well. I've used it in evenings and with great results, but I usually like to apply 2 layers of this product to get this really glamorous, glorious skin. Sometimes I've even tried using 3 layers of this product when I don't have, that good skin. We all have times when our skin doesn't look its best, and I've used even 3 layers of this one, and my skin looked phenomenally good, and it wears beautifully throughout the day. You can build up the Complexion Touch as well, but it doesn't wear as beautifully throughout the day. And another significant difference between these two is that this never ever emphasizes pores, fine lines or dry patches because of the high percentage of water that's inside. This one, sometimes it tends to catch on some dry patches. If you have some dryness or if you have some rough skin and if you apply a little bit more, it is going to emphasize a little bit. So just to keep that in mind, It has higher coverage, but if you have dilated pores and place where you have dilated pores and the skin is a little bit dry, rough, not well exfoliated, it might catch on those and might emphasize on those. That's why I think that the best way to use this one for me personally is I would use it as concealer, and I still keep using my Water Fresh tint for all over the face. I love it. And sometimes when I want a little bit more coverage, I might just mix those two. It is going to be beautiful. Now let me go ahead and switch the camera so that I can show you the different foundations. Now under my latest video, one of you actually asked me to compare the new Complexion Touch to the Numero 1 de Chanel foundation. These are completely different foundations with a completely different technology. So let's put this on the side just for a while so that I can talk first about all of the foundations that we currently have from the Beige line. So these are all water-based foundations except for this one. This is the Beige Sheer Healthy Glow Tinted Moisturizer with SPF 30, which is currently not available. It's sold out in the US and it's not even available currently on the European Chanel website. So I suppose that it might be reformulated, or we might have a new product, or they might discontinue this product. I'm not really sure. I'm going to show you the consistency. It's a product that I love to use in the summer months, but it definitely contains some oil. So it's not really a water-based product. So here we go. This is a swatch of this product. In terms of consistency, it reminds me the Vita Lumiere Aqua foundation from Chanel, but it's a lot more sheer. It's a beautiful product. So I hope that they're going to just reformulate it and we're not going to lose this product, because it's a beautiful product for the summer season. Now moving on to these three products. All these three products are water-based products. So the Beige Eau de Teint contains 75% water. So all of these complexion products contain some skincare benefits, like most of Chanel's foundations. They are foundations, but they also have some skincare benefits. Well, of course, you're not buying foundation for the skincare benefits, but still it's nice to know that there is something that protects your skin from pollution. And in general, Chanel have the best foundations in my opinion. So this product contains 75% water. It's quite sheer. This product, the new Complexion Touch, contains 60% water, and you can definitely feel this one when you apply the product on the skin. I'm going to insert a footage right now of me applying these two products on half of my face so that you can see the difference. So there is not much difference probably on camera, but in real life I can definitely say that this one has more coverage, and the Beige Water Fresh tint looks a little bit more kind of it gives more like a glass skin effect, so it gives this almost like wet skin effect. It's very sheer. It's almost like a real filter for your face, so it blurs all kinds of pores, imperfections, whereas this product, once you start applying it all over the face, I can definitely feel that it doesn't have as much water. So this one has 60% water, definitely has more pigment. Now the Beige Healthy Glow Foundation is again a water-based foundation. This one contains cilantro extract. Again, it protects the skin against pollution, but this one contains 40% water. So this one is more like a classic foundation. Again, it's suitable for all skin types. All three foundations are suitable for all skin types, including oily skin and in the summer. If you apply a little bit of powder, these three foundations look absolutely beautiful on the skin. This foundation is buildable, so you can build up the foundation. It has light medium coverage, but you can build up the coverage, and it looks very natural on the skin. So the Beige Water Fresh tint is the most glowy on the skin. It really gives this kind of a glass skin effect. This one looks a little bit more natural compared to the Water Fresh tint, and this one looks the most natural on the skin, if that makes sense. So 75, 60, 40% water. Now, under my first impression video of the Beige Complexion Touch, I got a request from one of you to compare the Complexion Touch to the Numero 1 de Chanel foundation. I don't think that they look the same. This is a completely different technology and completely different idea. So this is a water-based foundation, whereas the Numero 1 de Chanel foundation contains camellia oil. So like one is water-based, the other one contains oil. So these are two completely different foundations. Both are absolutely gorgeous. I love them. However, if you have dry skin or dehydrated skin, I would say that the Numero 1 de Chanel foundation is definitely going to be more nourishing, whereas this one is just adds hydration to the skin and not as much hydration as the Water Fresh tint is going to add, but still. If you are experiencing dryness or if you have rough texture on the skin, I would say that the Numero 1 de Chanel foundation is going to be the better option. If you're experiencing oiliness or you live in a hot and humid climate and you have combination skin, I would say that the Numero 1 de Chanel foundation is not going to be the best option for you. Keep in mind that this foundation contains oil and it feels like a dream on my stressed skin right now because like if you have some rough texture, like a little bit more dilated pores and parts of the skin that experience dryness or overall stressed skin, this is more nourishing. So it's really going to smooth those areas. It's going to make them smooth. I have combination skin, which means that parts of my skin are dry, parts of my skin are oily. But recently I have been suffering from dehydrated skin and I find that the Numero 1 de Chanel foundation is one of my favorite foundations. It just feels so incredibly comfortable on my skin and it smooths those areas that experience dryness. Okay guys, so for everyone that was interested in comparison between the Complexion Touch and the Numero 1 de Chanel foundation, I have one pump of the Complexion Touch here and I have half a pump, even less than half a pump of the Numero 1 de Chanel foundation on this side of my face. Now, probably the camera is not really going to show because I don't have like the latest technology. So the camera is probably not going to be able to show actually the difference, but this one makes my skin, like my imperfections or anything that I have still shows through, and on this side my skin is more glowy in terms of it has almost like a wet finish, whereas this side looks more polished, more sophisticated. So definitely the Numero 1 de Chanel foundation gives you a more sophisticated coverage, whereas this one is just like, it's like a complexion touch. It's not really a foundation. It's not really supposed to be a foundation. Also here on this part of my face, on the parts where I have some dryness or it immediately catches on the dryness, and I wouldn't say that it emphasizes, but as I look closely, definitely even from far away, like my skin looks more like wet, kind of glowy. Whereas on this side, it definitely looks more polished and more sophisticated. Like the whole coverage here on this part of my face is more sophisticated. This one is more, almost, it has like a wet finish, and here, right here, my allergies are acting up right now. It's that time of the year. I keep rubbing my nose all the time, and that's why the skin around my nose is irritated and dry and rough. And on this side of my nose, I can definitely see my pores here on the side, whereas on this side of my nose, it's completely blurred. It's almost like I'm having a filter on this side of my face. So if you have some rough parts of your skin, not exactly even, some dryness or stressed skin, this one is more nourishing. It's almost like skincare. Like, I think that my skin recognizes this almost like skincare because it just smooths everything out. Whereas this one is just more natural. It's a complexion touch. These are completely different products. Okay, so here we have swatches of all of the foundations. So this is the Water Fresh tint in the shade Light. Let me go ahead and actually swatch it a little bit. This is the Complexion Touch in the shade B10. This is the Beige Healthy Glow foundation, and you can see that it's a little bit like runny, not too runny, but still it's like a classic liquid foundation. Then we have the Numero 1 de Chanel foundation, and this one is more rich, it has more creamy consistency. And then last we have, I need to clean my fingers. The last one is the Beige tinted moisturizer that I believe is either going to be reformulated or discontinued. But these are basically the textures of all three. And now I'm going to just get a brush so that I just want to break the micro droplets of the Beige Water Fresh Tint and the Complexion Touch. So this is the Water Fresh Tint, and then this is the Complexion Touch. Okay, so this is the most lightweight product. It has very light coverage. Then we have the Complexion Touch that has more coverage, but not like dramatically more coverage. It still looks invisible on the skin, but it's not like, the difference is not dramatic here. And then we have the Beige Healthy Glow Foundation. We're talking about this foundation here. This one has, I believe, like almost the same amount of coverage as the Complexion Touch, but the difference is that still this is a classic foundation, whereas the Complexion Touch has the micro droplet technology. But overall, in terms of performance, they are very similar. And then we have the Numero 1 de Chanel foundation, which I find to be very smoothing on dry skin. And the last one is going to be the Beige Tinted Moisturizer. So the Tinted Moisturizer, in general, I would say that it has a little bit higher coverage, a little bit more coverage than the Water Fresh Tint when applied on the skin. But this one, it tends to look a little bit oily. If you have combination skin, or if you have parts on of the skin that are oily, you might experience some oiliness with this one. And this one might not be your favorite one if you have oily skin, because it's not a water-based product. And once again, the big question for you guys, because you are the real luxury experts here. Which one is the better one? The Eau de Teint or the Complexion Touch? Which one is your favorite? Let's vote. Let's see which one is the better one. For sure, I think that both products are absolutely gorgeous. It depends, just it's important to decide how to use them and how to treat your skin correctly so that foundations can work for you. Overall, I can say that Chanel have some of the best foundations. That's my personal opinion. Thank you so much for spending time with me and for watching this video. I truly appreciate your time. I know how precious time is, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.